1789, the final version was voted on. It reads, "A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." It was then sent out to the states along with the 9 other amendments in what we now call the Bill of Rights. It was not ratified until December 15, 1791. A month prior to the ratification, however, the plan of militias being able to be a viable replacement for a federal standing army ran into some harsh realities. As part of the Treaty of Paris, the English had granted the United States more or less all of the land east of the Mississippi River. But of course, the Native Americans who never agreed to this treaty disagreed and had themselves come together in what came to be known as the Northwest Confederation to stand up against the incursion. In 1790, Washington sent a force of over 1,400 men, mostly militia, to build a fort in the area that is now Cincinnati in order to secure the area. While they were able to build the fort, which they named Fort Washington, they suffered over 200 casualties while unsuccessfully trying to secure the area around the fort. Washington petitioned Congress for more men and was given a 6-month allocation to raise 2,000 men. But the short term meant the vast majority were lightly trained, ill-equipped militiamen rather than fully trained soldiers. In the evening of November 2nd, 1791, a group of around 920 soldiers, along with around 200 or so other camp support, were led by the governor of the Northwest Territory, Arthur Sinclair. They were camped on a hill near Fort Recovery, Ohio. Some reports indicated desertions by the militia had been an issue, and the defensive layout seemed to consider more keeping soldiers from fleeing than actively defending the camp. Despite all of the earlier challenges and setbacks, Sinclair seemed confident that he could accomplish the mission, writing to Washington, quote, "Savages, if violently attacked, will always break and give way, and once broke, for the want of discipline, will never rally." Sinclair's camp was surrounded overnight by Native American warriors, who attacked it in ambush at dawn. Sinclair would later write, "In a few minutes, our whole camp, which extended above 300 yards in length, was entirely surrounded and attacked on all quarters." Reports in the battle indicated the militia almost immediately fled, finding themselves chased down from behind. Some of the more experienced soldiers did make a stand, but after a few hours, they were also forced into a disorganized retreat. When the battle was over, there were over 332 Americans killed, which was more than 2/3 of the American soldiers in the camp and about a quarter of the entire fledgling United States Army at the time. Only 24 soldiers were able to escape unharmed. On the other side, estimates were only that about 21 Native Americans were killed and about 60 or so wounded. History is awkward.